Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 7 of my Moncton Navigators franchise here on East Coast Gaming. We are here at the start of year number 2. This is going to be our first game of the season here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And just in case you didn't watch episode number 6, here are your Moncton Navigators for year number 2. So on the first line, we got Zach Sanford with Ryan Strome and Ivan Lazarev, my sniper who I drafted 3rd overall last year. Second line, Denis Gurianov, who's now an 85 overall, accompanied by 2 rookies who are making their NHL debuts here, unless Kostin might have played a few games with the Blues, but Perfetti and Kostin are going to play their first full season in the NHL. On the third line, we got Donskoy, Stepan, and Lemieux. And on the fourth line, veteran Brian Boyle, Andrew Kopp, and Alexander Steen. Defensemen, we got Sergachev and Bear, Demers and Devon Taves, and Matt Roy and Philippe Myers. In net, we have our big free agency signing of the offseason, goaltender Jacob Markstrom. We signed him on a 3-year deal, because in 3 years, our youngster, Jalen Appleby, will probably be ready for the job. But for now, we have Markstrom here for the next 3 years. And Moncton will be the backup. After making the playoffs year 1 here, I'd be disappointed giving that my team is better. I think we can shoot for another playoff berth here, but knowing EA, I know that EA, usually when I do franchises, because obviously this isn't my first franchise, the first year usually goes really well, and then the second year, for some reason, the simulation doesn't go well for you. We'll see if that's the case here with the Moncton Navigators, but for now, let's get to the start of year number 2 here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. We'll real-time simulate this one, so first period here in Moncton. It is a 1-1 tie, and Moncton goes off for 3 goals. So I kind of forgot to tell you who in the first period, Devon Taves scores, and in the second period, we have 3 power play goals here, all by the Moncton Navigators. So Lazarev, Gurianov, and Sergachev. And Columbus can score 1, Max Domi, but they cannot score anymore. And the Navigators, with 40 shots on net, win their season opener 4-2. So let's just check out the stats real quick here. Lazarev, 1 goal, 1 assist. Sergachev, Donskoy, and then all of these players got 1 point. So Kostin and Perfetti did not get points in their debut, but the points are going to come here, folks. The points are definitely going to come. So let's simulate again, and you know the drill by now if you've been watching a couple of my videos. Usually I real-time simulate till I lose. So let's real-time simulate against Toronto, who, despite having Matthews and Marner, had the 2nd overall pick last year, Marlowe. So let's see, and oh my goodness, okay. Engvall, Matthews, Tavares, and Justin Hall, all on Moncton, who's starting today, I guess, instead of Markstrom. Ooh, and this one is a beatdown. Kostin scores his first goal as a Moncton Navigator, and Boyle scores, but 7-2, yikes. That does not look good. Hopefully that is an indicator to the head coach that we need to start Markstrom a lot more than Moncton. So I'm going to simulate here a couple of games, say about 10, and maybe stop at this Montreal game, the rivalry game. That would be nice. All right, so Lemieux's out with a pulled groin. So we'll just take our youngster, well, is he even? Brock McGinn, 27 years old. Does somebody fit on that line? Kopp fits on that line. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'll take that. Yeah, okay. So let's keep on going here. A loss to the New York Rangers, 4-3. Let's see the prospects available, and once again, that's very encouraging. Seeing that Lambert and Wright, and Matt Savoy, 5, 6, 7 here, which means these prospects are probably really good. Tommy Salonen is your projected first overall pick, and he looks like a power forward, so that has me salivating. But we probably, well, we might get there. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds here. A lot of prospects who are overseas here. This is looking like a pretty good draft class. Anyways, so 1 and 2 right now. The Moncton Navigators head into Winnipeg, and of course Jacob Markstrom is injured. That's just fantastic. All right. So already we got the injury troubles, and you know what? I'll call up Appleby because he doesn't have to go on waivers. No need to edit the lines for that. Just Appleby, go get in there. And I'll put Montembeault as the starter. Appleby's definitely not ready. At least not ready yet. That's what I hate. I should have known. I should have thought about that. Yeah, okay. I should have thought about that before doing it, but I forgot. There. Alright, let's keep it going here. Winnipeg. A loss to Winnipeg. Brendan Lemieux's back. Brendan Lemieux. Pittsburgh, defending Cup champs. A loss there. And a loss there. Oh my goodness. What did I say at the start of this video? I said that usually EA, I'm looking like the Ottawa Senators out there in real life. Markstrom's back, so that's good. Usually EA, for some reason, in the first year you do pretty good, and then in the second year it completely goes out the window, and that's looking like that's what's happening here, as we are 1-7-1 here to start the season, which is ridiculous. Knowing that my team last year was a lot worse than this. Maybe having Jacob Markstrom come back will help. I'm hoping it will help. Or did I just press? Oh my goodness. Keep doing that. I keep doing that. Alright. San Jose wants to give me Evander Kane for 2 second-round picks. No, I'd rather not do that. Oh, and there it is. Finally breaks the losing streak. A 6-2 win. Let's get a couple in a row here. Shootout loss. At least that's a point. Austin Watson. No, I'd rather not. A win and another win. And we're a bit weaker than normal. I wouldn't say that compared to last year. A win there. And all of a sudden here, I mean, I'm not going to talk too fast here, but we're stringing along some wins here. We're looking decent. Looking decent. Against Calgary here, another win. And Nyberg, who we traded, is now being put on waivers. So, Philadelphia, we could have gone to 500 there, but we just didn't have the... Couldn't get it going. But at least it's encouraging to be a little bit closer to 500. Matt Roy with the concussion now. All right. Well, Mikoshin, this is your time to step in there. Vegas. Oh, my goodness. An 8-1 win over Vegas. Oh, come on. Matt Roy. I hate when they get these little injuries that just all they do is make me go to the screen so I have to replace them, and then they're back like 2 games after. What did I do earlier? I think I put Cop on there. Oh, but this time there's no centerman. No, just I guess I'll put. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. 4-3 loss to Boston. Can we beat Carolina? We beat Carolina. Washington, come on. We need a win here. Brian Boyle's back again. Oh, this is frustrating. All right. So Brian Boyle, let's put him in there. And let's go into Washington and beat Ovi. No. And I'm assuming Tampa Bay is going to be a loss. So 8-11-2 here. This is not promising like last year. I don't even remember us being under 500 at all last year. But what do we know? Moncton Navigators legend Derek Stepan is our leading scorer with 22 points. Lazarev has 16 goals in 21 games, so that's really encouraging. Markstrom, Sergachev, and Sanford. Perfetti has 18 points. Guryanov, Donskoy, Steen, Kopp, Myers. Where's Kostin? He only has 6 points. How does he have 6 points when Perfetti has 18? The power play, maybe? It's got to be the power play. And despite being my leading scorers, they're all minus players, so that's different. Let's go check on the power play here, because it seems odd to me that Kostin has 6 points and Perfetti has 18. And that is because Kostin is not on the power play at all. Let's take Donskoy off of the power play, but Kostin. Yeah, okay, that's okay with me. I'll take that. Lazarev on the first power play, Perfetti, Kostin there. I should have checked that before, but on the penalty kill, who's on the penalty kill? Perfetti. Perfetti's on the penalty kill. That's interesting. They're both. Boyle, Steen, Stepan. Perfetti is just playing everywhere. That's why he's getting all this ice time. All right. Okay, let's keep it going here. And we'll probably jump into this Montreal game at a point or another here. I want to give us a bit of gameplay here and maybe try out the coach mode. All right, 2-2. Kopp with 2 on Carey Price after goals by Kotkaniemi and Jonathan Drouin. Kostin and Zach Sanford both score on Carey Price. And let's go here to a couple minutes left. I just want you to show the team and show the jerseys. And but Backlund scores 1 on Markstrom. All right, come on. Oh, and it's 4-4. Are you kidding me? Oh, it didn't even pause. I paused it, but it didn't pause. All right, well, let's just go in for the overtime here. All right, so. And let's get into this overtime period. Show off a bit of gameplay, show off my nice jerseys. A lot of the friends said they didn't like the alternate jersey, but to be honest with you, I quite liked it. I think it was a lot different. And different can be good. All right, so here we have Strome, Sergachev, and what looks like Zach Sanford. And they win the draw directly to Jonathan Drouin. All right, Sergachev. That was a terrible play. I don't know what happened there. Some nice back check, though. Some nice back checking. All right, all right. Capitalize on this. Capitalize on it. 2-on-1. Why would you? All right. Blistering shot off the pads there. Oh, come on. Oh, and all right. Jonathan Druin on the breakaway here, and poke check. Poke check. They got gets. Oh, that's great, Sergachev. Good job. 4-on-3. Let's see how this is going to go here with Sergachev going to the box. All right. So they're putting Perfetti out there. Perfetti, it looks like Ethan Bear, and it looks like maybe Jason Demers. Ice it right off the bat. Okay. And power plays are even more OP in overtime because, I mean, now the clock is really going to like 20 minutes and they're getting a power play for the rest of overtime. Unless Perfetti can show us a bit of magic here. Alright, so they shut that down. Should have probably changed there, but alright, let's put the second. And in penalty minutes, Zach Sanford is 5th in the league. It's interesting. Alright, Brian Boyle here. If Brian Boyle wins this game in overtime, I'm going to lose it, I think. Alright, less than a minute left here. Come on. Nice way to cut that pass. Boyle. Boyle's getting hunted down here. Oh my goodness. Just went in and delivered that hit. Who's that, number 3? That's Matt Roy. Looking good out there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. 20 seconds. All right, put Perfetti out there. Oh, okay, or you can do that forecheck or whatever. No, now he's going to go change. Oh, that would have been nice. Come on. Come on. Oh, good stop, Markstrom. Good stop. 3.1 seconds left. 3.1 seconds left. Alright, so Perfetti, you need to win this draw. And then ice it, and that's it. All you needed to do was ice it, Demers. Alright, so now we go into the shootout. So let's just watch that real quick. Who do we got on our shootout lineup here? I'm hoping it's not Demers. Alright, so Markstrom getting ready. They got Jonathan Druin. Come on, Markstrom. And that's a 5-hole backhand ugly goal. Lazarev is our first shooter. And he had the, I think he had the glove side, but he decided to go blocker. Getzlaff. And Markstrom with the stop. Come on. We need somebody to score here. Guryanov, can he score? No, that was a muffin of a shot for an 85 overall sniper. Alright, so if Shattenkirk scores here, Montreal wins. Markstrom stops him, so we need to score here. We need to score. Ryan Strome, you need to score. And there it is. A roof job on that one. Alright, so now sudden death. Kotkaniemi. Why did they put Shattenkirk over Kotkaniemi? Kotkaniemi gets stopped. And Derek Stepan. Oh, that was pretty ugly. He shot right in that's looking like me, Pee-wee there. Shooting right in the glove. Nick Suzuki, who from what I heard is criminally underrated. I mean, I saw him projected to be on Team Canada's Olympic roster. I had no idea he was. Ah, come on. Is this just going to go on forever? Or? Dano, Philippe Dano. Stopped by Markstrom. Goalie's putting on a show here. Okay, who do we have? Alex Steen. Come on, buddy. Nope. All right. Brendan Peary. Brendan Peary dangles out Jacob Markstrom. All right. Let's go, Sergachev. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect him to roof it like that. I thought it was over. That's reminding me that I forgot to show you guys my captains. Sergachev is team captain for now. Lazarev is assistant, and I believe Alex Steen is the other one. So Klim Kostin can score here to end it, and there it is. Klim Kostin, shootout winner. Game over. Moncton Navigators win. That brings us one game. One game away from being 500. Oh no, excuse me, 2 games. All right, so I just want to simulate like 10 games maybe. If these struggles continue, and then I might make a few line changes. Tanner Pearson, no thank you. Dylan DeMello, no. Zach Sanford is out. If I put Kostin, I kind of don't want to put Kostin on that. I want to keep that going. We don't need 2 snipers on that line. This is what I shouldn't have pressed best lines because they screw everything up. Do I put Donskoy or do I put... Is there somebody who's going to really help the chemistry there? I guess I could put Donskoy on there. Why not? Derek Stepan can go there. Is there somebody who matches well with Stepan and Steen? No, but there's somebody who matches well with Kopp and McGinn and Boyle match pretty decently together. Okay, so that's going to be the lineup here. Sergachev, Baird, Demers, Taze, Roy Myers. Yeah, okay. Simulate like 10 games. A 2-1 win here against Biz Nasty's Arizona Coyotes. Every time we can get to 500, we lose. That always... Nashville here. Can we win Nashville? They're under 500. Let's see. Salanina. I have a feeling he might be like a franchise, even though his stats aren't that good. I don't know. All right. Nashville. Another loss. I think we're like 0-4 or 0-5 in games that can put us over the hump. And Markstrom gets hurt again. Last time Markstrom got hurt, wasn't very good for us. So let's see if this time is going to be better. I'm not pressing best lines. I'll just go with Appleby. Did Appleby get a game in the NHL? He did get into a game in the NHL. And best lines there. How's everybody doing down here? Everybody doing decent? We look like we have a good team down here. Hedman's already to 74. What are we doing with Hedman? Hedman's already at 74. Kasperitis, Hedman. Hedman's already going up there. I like to see that. How's Grattan doing? He's got 21 points in 27 games. Yeah, this is some good news. Minnesota. 5-0 win against Minnesota. All right. Over 500. Come on. Markstrom's already back. Okay. Markstrom is already back. So let's take Jalen Appleby. Jalen Appleby. Let's take him. And he can go back in the AHL. I'm going to make sure that he's in the lineup. Gonna make sure. Gonna make sure he's in the lineup. All right. Can we get to 500? We can with that. And please get another win here in Edmonton. Kostin's injured now, so we might have to call somebody up for that. Yeah, because I'm not playing Kostin. I pride myself on being realistic, which means I shouldn't have a defenseman. Let's go with Zikov. Let's go with Zikov. He's played a couple of NHL games before. He's on my third line down there. It's not really impacting much. Riley Stotts is going up in overall. I like the way that he's progressing. All right, so Zikov. Those are 3 power forwards, so I'm gonna have to edit that. Oh yeah, now I understand what's wrong here. Gonna have to put a power forward up there. There, that works. Lazarev's 84. Perfetti's already back to an 82. How's he doing? He's got 29 points. He's got 20 goals. He's got 20 goals this year. I mean, that's pretty good. A loss in Edmonton there gets us back under 500. And a loss in Chicago gets us deeper in the hole. I'll keep to save further okay, I guess I can go with that for now. That's what we'll go with. That's what we'll go with. I'll keep Zikov up here because makes for an extra forward in case somebody else gets hurt. Nelson, no thank you. Buffalo, it's a win. A win against the Sabres. And Markstrom, could you please stop getting injured? That would be fantastic. Again getting injured, and again having to call up Appleby. And again, it's probably going to be for like 3 games until I send him back down. Oh, come on. Appleby. And I have to do this now every time. I wish the computer would recognize like these have great chemistry, so let's keep them together. Alright, so that's good. Sanford's back for the Toronto game. So let's put Perfetti and Kostin. Do we put Lazarev? Let's try that maybe. Do I want to try that? He's 37 points though. I can't really. How much does Gurianov have? Yeah, I don't. I'll look at it, but maybe that'll get both lines going. But for now, I'd rather just stick with the guns. 37 points to Lazarev. It's a loss in Toronto, and now we get to play the Rangers. Moncton. Stahl is now with the Rangers, so Kreider and okay. Here's what I'm gonna do here, folks, and this might be weird, but I think I need to maybe switch up things to get a better. I think that doing just this move Having Lazarev with Perfetti and Kostin might spark them. It might spark them. Lazarev on first PP though for sure. Let me try that for a couple of games. Lazarev, Perfetti, and Klim Kostin. We've said now for a while, ever since I saw Kostin on the trade block, we've said for a while that that's going to be the line of the future, or might be the line of the future. I don't want to use for sure. But does that work? Does it work? No, not best lines. Have to do that all over again. Appleby. Now this is what I'm assuming in the All-Star break. Are we even? Nah. But we are only, despite having a pretty terrible season so far, we are only 6 points back of a playoff spot here. You can catch fire at any time and make the playoffs. So Lazarev scores on his first game here. Gurianov and Stepan. And Perfetti. All right, so that seems to be not a bad move, at least for right now. Let's try that. Maybe if we get them playing, we get the chemistry going, maybe that'll develop all three of them. Perfetti's already gone up in overall, but the others haven't so far. Lazarev again on the power play, and Lazarev again. I'm keeping Lazarev on the second line, because just now knowing that his production won't go down from it. Okay, let's simulate to Philly. Dallas. 4-3 win in Dallas. Detroit, come on. We need to win this one. Gurianov injured now. These injuries are really starting to bug me. He's got 40 points now. He's got 26 goals. He's helping Perfetti, and hopefully he can help Kostin, which for some reason I don't get why he only has 10 points when his line mates are clicking like that. But all right, Gurianov back already. See, this is the issue that I have. I don't know if there's some sort of setting I could put it on, like quit annoying me with injuries that are just gonna last for like two games or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's why. That's the ideal one. And I'm gonna do this now, and it's in literally 2 games. I'm gonna have to change everything back. All right, let's beat Florida here and get over 500. I mean, we're like 1 and maybe like 1 and 8 in games that could get us over 500. And okay, Ryan Strome is injured, so Kostin can go there. He doesn't fit. Who fits on that line? Nobody does. Alright, well, I guess that works. Is he dropping off a bit? He doesn't seem to be dropping off. He's got 43 points. Loss in New Jersey. I'm getting annoyed. A win in New York. Oh my good. And he's injured with a fractured ankle. He was doing so good too. He was doing so good. And now another injury comes back to bite him. Strom, Donskoy, and Lazarev are injured now. And I have to... Oh my goodness. Hedman's already a... He's already a 78 overall. That is some serious progression. Holy jeez. Everybody's going up in overall here except for the one person that I want to go up in overall, and that's... Yeah, no. Vero went up. Kasperitis hasn't gone up yet, but he's having a good season, so he might have a good jump. A loss there in Anaheim. A win. Ryan Strom again. I mean, this really is starting to annoy me. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but it's starting to annoy the heck out of me. Okay, so Stepan on that line is a +3. Is anybody else a +3? Because I know Kostin's the reason that they're... No, I guess not. So, can we keep him there? He shoot right? He does shoot right. Let's go with that. 13 points. Perfetti's going up. All right, let's try it like that. Let's try that. Calgary, no trade. And a 3-1 win against Calgary. Did we uncover anything here? Salonen went down. He's not number 1 overall now. He's number 2. And number 1 is a right defenseman. A defensive defenseman elite. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Lambert and Wright and Savoy here. I mean, that's one good thing about being a sucky team this year is maybe getting our hands on one of these guys. But I'm not trying to lose. I'm not tanking to get a Lambert or a Savoy or Kopp and Gurianov. And tie again, so Derek Stepan. And in the shootout, Philly comes out on top. All right, let's sim to the trade deadline maybe against Buffalo, and then we'll look at Buffalo's had a turnaround year after having an awesome year last year. It's not looking like it's going awesome right now. Let's put Gurianov on their line, see how that's gonna go. He's having a good first year. Perfetti's having an awesome first year. I can't say the same for Kostin, but I can say that Perfetti's having a good year. Okay, so a loss to Vegas. It's not looking like we're going to be a playoff team here, which is maybe a bit more realistic, even though it kind of sucks, knowing that last year we did make the playoffs. Are we last in our division? A win against Montreal. No, shootout loss. A 1-0 win. A 2-1 loss. 5-2 win against Nashville. 4-2 loss there against the Wild. Why are the Wild so good? And no, I don't want to give up my draft picks with the record that I have now. Lazarev has returned to the lineup. So I have to send somebody down, and that person's going to be, is it Baptiste or Zikov? I'll send down Baptiste. I care a little bit more about his development, I guess. Okay, so let's restore the lines here. Lazarev, you can go back on that. Kostin needs to be on the second line because that's where his chemistry fits. See what I'm saying here? I thought this was going to be the line of the future. I might have Sanford on their line instead if he fits better on the first line. Nothing is ever set in stone. And knowing And you know what? Nobody here is a centerman, but the veteran here is 78 face-off, so you can play centerman for the time being. All right, so 4-3 win, a 6-4 loss, and then let's simulate the game against Buffalo, and we'll jump in there in the final couple minutes. So a 2-0 lead here, Kostin and Lemieux. They come back and score 2. Okposo. Oh, why did I do that? Sorry, my goodness. Sanford scores, but Olofsson and Skinner, and we lose against Buffalo. All right, well, I kind of screwed up the simulation there, but at least that's not like skipping over the trade deadline or something. That's not devastating. Okay, so let's check out. Here we are at, well, I guess I'll go into more detail here. We're 26-31-5, which is definitely a lot worse than last year. We are 7th in the division. The only team behind us is the team we just lost to, the Buffalo Sabres. And in the NHL, we are Florida's number 1. We are, I was going to say, are we dead last? But no, we are 30th, which gives us good odds for the draft. And 2022, like I said, I always like that draft a lot. What's the reason for us being a terrible team? Is it, let's go for goals for, where are we there? The Rangers are first. We seem to be scoring pretty decently. Yeah, we're like middle of the pack, 3.05. It's the goals against. It's the defense side of things, 3.08. I mean, we're not the worst, but you just seem to be a really average team that doesn't really. I mean, we're average on the power play, I'd assume. Yeah, we're average in there. Up here. Our penalty kill looks average. Yeah, it's even better than average with Perfetti. I mean, it's just looking like we're having a tough time stringing together some wins, and we're just average at everything. And I mean, the underdog magic of last year is done, and I don't know. I think we're just kind of playing to our potential here. We're a growing team, that's for sure. Strome is leading the team, although Lazarev missed 10 games or 15 games, and he's only 1 point back of Ryan Strome. I wish I'd go check, but I don't want to get frustrated. But if he wouldn't have fractured his ankle, he would be in contention right now for probably the best goal scorer of the league. Perfetti's having a good year. Sanford, Sergachev on that top line. See, that really bothers me. A -15. Is it maybe because we have Sergachev paired with Ethan Bear instead of having him, and Steen, who's supposed to be a good veteran presence on the bottom six, is -11. Kostin, for some reason, that might be it here. It might be because we have him paired with offensive D-man Ethan Bear. So that's something to explore in the next episode. We might have to take Bear off of that first line. Klim Kostin, I don't know why he's not doing so good, but we do need him on that second line because he's the reason that they get the +3. 19 points in 60 games, 18 points, excuse me. I hope he gets better than that. But all in all, it's looking like maybe that combination of Bear and Sergachev on the first defensive pairing doesn't really do that good. Markstrom's having an okay year. I mean, that's decent. And Montembeault's having an okay, pretty bad record, but for a backup, I mean, I can't say that those numbers are terrible. In the AHL, now I'm curious. In the AHL, Jacek is leading the way. Greton is 41 points. Still a 69 overall, though. Fonstad. I've grown fond of Fonstad. Just a undrafted rookie that we drafted. And this is the man that I really want to see. Ulf Hedman is an 80 overall. We might have to call him up. Could we maybe call him up and put him together with Ethan Bear? I didn't expect him to grow that fast. He's an 80 overall. Kasperitis has stayed put at 66. That could be a solution. We could maybe call him up and put him with Ethan Bear. Appleby has been awesome in his few starts. We might have to put him over Fucali. I'll put him over Fucali and get him. And the Schooners have an awesome record, so they're definitely making the playoffs. 87 points. They're definitely making the playoffs. So here's what I'm wondering here. Do I call up Hedman just to put him on a losing NHL team, or do I keep him in the AHL, even if he's an 80 overall, and watch him dominate down there? Because right now, tied with the Phantoms and the Bruins, they are in first place in the AHL. So that's really one of the questions that I have to ask myself right now. Do I want to call him up to a losing NHL team, or do I want to let him ride out the year in Halifax and just absolutely dominate? I thought it was going to go better than this second year, but like I said, EA, for some reason, it has a tendency in year number 2 of expansion franchises to not be in our favor here. So next episode will be the trade deadline, and I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be a really interesting time for this franchise, and can't wait to see who's available. What do we do? Maybe here, one last thing before I leave here is browsing the trade block to show you guys also who's available. So that's not interesting. Not interesting. Trent Frederick would be a good bottom 6 player, but Tays looks like the Blackhawks are rebuilding. Colorado for some reason now has Delandria, and they look like they're rebuilding. No, they look like a playoff push. Excuse me. Could we get maybe Thomas Harley? Yeah, Detroit's just a mess out there. None of these look great. Mikey McLeod, he's still 24 though, but Pinelli or Stillman, that's the gem from last year. I should have maybe taken him, but I don't know why I tried to go over the not the sure thing. Ratcliffe would be interesting to get maybe. Samuel Poulin could also be good, a good player to add. Other than a few young prospects here, maybe like a Nolan Foote, nothing really catches my eye. Peyton Krebs, McMichael, but he's not looking like he's progressing a whole lot. Ovechkin, Sergei Ovechkin, I believe. All right, so that's the trade block, and that's going to be it for this episode here. It's a bit of a disappointing one, to be honest with you, because I was hoping that Moncton would carry on the success of last year, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case. But until next time, this is East Coast Gaming signing off, and I invite you to like, subscribe if you like what you see. Also, make sure to comment because I really need the feedback. So thanks for watching, and this is East Coast Gaming. See you in episode 8.